Friends, welcome back. I am Jason, and just taking care of a whole bunch of miscellaneous projects today. One of the first things on my list, not the first thing on my list, I've already been pretty productive today, believe it or not. I'm filling up my truck with vegetable oil, filling up the fuel tank. So what I wanted to discuss today, what's on my mind while I'm doing a whole bunch of miscellaneous chores, is just staying on top of things. You know, it's one of the easiest things to do is to just let stuff go, you know, it's kind of a pain in the neck. So I forget about it, and I just never end up getting to it. And by then it's too late anyway. The thing's either got to be completely replaced or torn down or whatever. So it's just consistent, persistent effort, just like everything in life, is something that I always try to remind myself of. And it's frustrating at times. I get irritated with the long list of things. You know what really bothers me? That really gets under my skin, and I try not to let it get to me, but it does anyway. It's when the week has just started, or maybe even hasn't started yet. It's Sunday, and my calendar is completely full for the week already. Like, that is frustrating to me when there's no freedom in my schedule. You know, it's self-inflicted for the most part, But I have a tendency to say yes to everything, you know, get invited to this thing, to do that thing, offer to help this guy do this thing. And then suddenly, you know, and then just on top of work and, you know, all the other things that I have to do in life, your week is completely jam-packed full. And to me, it's frustrating and a little bit overwhelming, to be honest with you. And I try not to let it get to me, but it does. You guys can probably relate to that if I had to guess. But today I'm chipping away at a lot of little things that I need to get done. And, you know, we had a little shindig over the weekend, and I'm cleaning up after that and filling up my truck with fuel. Like I said, I'm going to be removing these windows here behind me and probably putting in a doorway right here. Cause I built this thing. I don't know if you see that little structure here, kind of a lean-to on the side of the barn where I could park Scarlett's. It's my oldest daughter's truck. You know, we got her a truck. The deal I made with her, let me know what you guys think about this. The deal I made with my daughter, and I will with my other two kids, is the same deal that my dad made with me. And it was, you know, whatever you raise for your first vehicle, whatever money you can raise for your first vehicle, I'll match it. And so that's exactly what we did here. We got her a really good deal. Bought it from my brother, actually. So we got a really good deal on the truck. And it's got some work. We got to fix her up, but it's a 1996 F-150, and she looks really cool in it. And as we've discussed before, looking cool is what really matters. So we got some work to do on it, but it runs and drives. So there's that, which is great. But anyway, built this little lean-to shed for that, and so we could park the tractor. The 1948. Man, my lens is dirty. Sorry, guys. I should do better. I should be better by now at these things. It's a 1948 Ford 8N, and if you leave it out in the weather, just like anything else, it tends to deteriorate pretty fast. So what we've got to do is get it kept under here, out of the rain, out of the weather for the most part, and it'll last a lot longer, hopefully another 80 years or whatever it is. So yeah, I'm just going to bring you guys along, and we'll have some discussions along the way. I appreciate you always tuning in. I'm always grateful for you guys joining in on anything and everything. It's like I've mentioned before in previous videos, it's always been a goal of mine that, you know, my subscribers to my channel will tune in and watch the video just to hang out, you know. And that's what we're doing today. We're just hanging out. And it's not necessarily about some specific topic or whatever. It's just we're hanging out and we're chit-chatting along the way, and I'm grateful for each and every one of you tuning in. But anyway, let's get our truck filled up. Check the gauge every now and then, make sure we don't overflow it. It's really annoying when you overflow the vegetable oil because it makes a giant mess. Truck's all topped off with veggie oil, ready to ride. The more and more advancements in technology that come out, the more that's happening, the more I appreciate the old stuff. I don't know, maybe I'm getting old, I guess, but I appreciate the stuff that's easy to work on and simple. Things are just so complex these days, you know, everything. I mean, from vehicles to whatever, name it. I mean, it's all just so complex and next to impossible to work on and repair if needed. And it's like this disposable items. Like you buy a new car now, the thing breaks eventually, you know, and you can't repair it. Like it's just not, it's just easier, cheaper, better, makes more sense to just replace the whole thing. But if you've got old vehicles, you know, old tractors and stuff like that, they're fairly easy to work on. You know, like I got 1948 Ford 8N. I mean, you can literally work on it you can rebuild the whole engine in the field. And that was probably the original design of it. And for some reason, we've gotten away from that because of, you know, the cost. And it's more profitable to sell people stuff that's gonna break. You know it's not gonna last very long, but you sell it anyway because you know you want them to come back and buy another one. I don't know. It's a flawed system, I guess. Back this rig up here. Get that out of the way so I can remove those windows. I'm excited about getting a little doorway right there. That'll be nice to be able to walk in and out from the side. Plus get a little extra ventilation, dry stuff out. Organization is something that I've definitely, you know, improved upon for sure. I'm still not quite there, haven't arrived. But I've improved upon because, you know, one of the things that frustrates me, again, I guess maybe this video is about things that frustrate me, is when you need to do a job and you can't find the tool that you're looking for to do the specific job. And that's really annoying to me. So I've really done a pretty good job, I think, of staying organized and keeping all my tools in the right places, putting stuff back where it belongs. And that's just a life lesson that was hard for me to learn, but I'm getting there. Oh yeah, you can just, I mean, you can already feel the air moving through that hole. You know, this barn is, you know, old, made out of wood, and it stays wet here in Georgia a lot, especially in the summertime, you know, hot and humid. And to have a little bit of ventilation to let stuff dry out and get less moldy and mildewy and all that kind of stuff is helpful. So I think just getting rid of these crappy old windows that are just dirty all the time, can't see through them, and I never close them. They always just stay open anyway. I think that's gonna be really nice. I'm gonna remove that right there. That way I can just walk in and out right here. That will be nice. That window only had, I think, 3 tiny little drywall screws holding it in place. I'm surprised the wind didn't like blow it out a long time ago. The On3 EDC, the always handy blade, ready for action. This one's got dogwood scales cut from my property. It was pretty cool, I thought. Kind of makes it really special and unique. As I fill up the back of my truck with a bunch of garbage, I think to myself, how come every vehicle is not a pickup truck? I mean, how do people survive without pickup trucks? I mean, those of you out there that don't drive one or don't own one, how do you do things? I mean, you need to pick up a couch. You pay someone to go deliver it to you, or you borrow something? I don't understand why every vehicle, I mean, a truck can do everything a car can do, but a car can't do any of the things that a truck can do, essentially. So I don't understand. I mean, my first vehicle my first car was a 1984, same age as me, 1984 323i BMW. And it was sweet. I paid $1,000 for it. And it needed a lot of work, didn't run at the time, but it was a sweet car. I really enjoyed driving. It was a lot of fun. But then I quickly realized how impractical a car is, you know, for my lifestyle. Like, I wanted to haul canoes around and go fishing and drive on the dirt roads and do all the things, you know, like that was what I like to do. And I was like, this car kind of is lame. So my second vehicle was like a 99 Ford Ranger, maybe. I think it was a 99. Can't quite remember, but it was a white Ford Ranger. And I've had trucks ever since. I don't know how you do things. I don't know how you do life without a pickup truck. Look what I found. The dang chickens. If they just lay the eggs where they're supposed to lay the eggs, life would be so much easier. You know what I mean? For the both of us, I think. I made them nice nesting boxes, but no. They want to lay over here on the dirty, hard floor behind some buckets. Got a bunch of pears off our tree this year, which is good. These aren't quite ripe, but in our experience, if you let them get ripe, they get gone. I mean, overnight, they get eaten by anything and everything as soon as they get ripe, so we're hoping they'll just ripen up a little bit. Honestly, I like pears like this better. I like them a little crunchy. I like an apple. But that's just me. Got to get a workout in. I'm doubling up today, actually. Today's probably the last difficult workout that I'm going to do, challenging workout I'm going to do before the triathlon that's on Saturday this week. Today's Monday. So I'm going to be kind of tapering off towards the end of the week. I'll do a workout today, a tough one, maybe twice today, actually. I'm going to do a run, lift. I'm going to run 1 mile. I'm going to do 30 clean and jerks with 135 pounds, and then I'm going to run another mile. And then this evening, I'll probably go for a swim. Haven't done hardly any swimming leading up to my triathlon, so it's probably a good idea. And then, Wednesday, I'll do a light workout, nothing crazy. Thursday, Friday, maybe nothing. And then Saturday, we'll get after it. That's 30 done, 1 more mile. Oh. Oh. Thank goodness that's over. That creek felt good. Sheesh. And we're making a Machetula or a spaghetti. Play. It's not only going to be my slicer and my dicer, right? It's also going to be my stir and my spatula for when I'm getting the job done in the kitchen. Hello, friend. Does anybody know what this insect is called? All right, I'm gonna finish off the handle, smooth it out, get rid of any of those lines that might be on there, and really make it nice and round with some 120 grit sandpaper. Well, there you have it, friends. The Machetula, or the Machete. What are we gonna call this thing? Let me know in the comment section what you prefer. All right, friends, thanks so much for watching. Really do appreciate it. I've got a few more odds and ends to get done around here before I go start working on dinner. I'm getting hungry, real hungry. Really do appreciate you watching. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't done so already. And until next time, friends, what's the worst that could happen? Let's just go on 3.